Hey everyone, welcome back to our podcast, The Showgirls, episode 36.
It is, I almost said February. It is July 12th. It's actually been a while since we've done an episode because we took 2 weeks off, or like a week off for the 4th of July, and then we're recording this basically at the beginning of the next week on accident.
Yeah, I had a bachelorette party. Darian went to South Padre Island. We both are living our best lives.
Yes, I had so much fun in South Padre, and you had so much fun at your
bachelorette. Amazing. It looked so beautiful.
Everyone at work was like, how was your mini vacay? Because I took off work Thursday and Friday, and I was like, so good. To be honest, I'm still dreaming about it. Like, I wish I was still there. Like island life or like beach life, this is just so different. It's just
it's like everybody's so nice and there's no rush.
No rush for anything. Everything's so leisurely, and I was living for it.
Yes.
I'm
amazing.
To think like if there's even anything else that's happened the past 2 weeks besides celebrity news that has been abundant.
Yeah, I have so many things to list, but I just want to say I learned something that I think a lot of people will really like on the bachelorette party. Okay. So when you're like with your friends and you like are sharing pictures back and forth like in the group text, you can make a shared album if you all have an iPhone and literally upload the pictures right to the album and everybody has access to it.
Okay, that's really cool because I kind of knew this, but I kind of didn't, because for Christmas I was making a photo album for my grandma, and I was having like everybody just email me photos or stuff like this, and then I asked one of my cousins, and all of a sudden there was a shared album on my phone with her.
Yep.
Why have I never thought to do that?
So we were like driving and we had just taken pictures, like we were about to go out on Friday night, and one of the girls, she was like, let's just make a shared album. And I was like, wait, what is that? And so you just go to your photos app and you go to shared albums and create the shared albums, invite everybody that wants the pictures, and then it's there on their phone and you just upload photos to it. Photos and videos.
So easy, and easier than airdrop too, because if you airdrop, you have to send it to 8 people separately.
Yep. I'm
shook. I've literally gone on so many trips and everyone's like, send me the pic, send me this pic, send me that pic.
Yep. It's so we have like probably I think 200 pictures on there, just so like even if it's not a picture of you, you still have it just in case.
Yeah, exactly. And I have a question though. Do you know how to like delete a shared album, or do you just keep it forever?
Let's see.
Because I have one that's like literally still on my phone for grandma's album. Maybe if I hold it. Nope, didn't work.
I don't know. It may just be on your iCloud forever.
Well, that's okay. I just get nervous that they'll see everything on my phone, which I know they won't, and that doesn't make sense, but whatever. And not that I have bad stuff, but just my stuff,
Privacy.
Yeah, exactly. No, that is so cool. Also, you told me you're the oldest one there, and you're just learning. Look at you.
I know. I was like, wow, thanks.
I can't wait to tell everyone on my podcast.
I know. And I was like trying to, like, all this stuff kept happening during the weekend, like Jeffree Star and Morphe, and I was like trying to like post everything, and everybody, like, nobody like really follows any of the stuff like that closely, so I just kind of like did it by myself.
I wanted to say I was actually like surprised, like you were at this bachelorette party and I was still getting the news literally from our Showgirls page. Like I was like, she is working overtime.
I figured out like who to follow on the Showgirls page.
Yeah.
And so I'll just like kind of like swipe through my feed and it like really gives us the goods.
Yes. And that's what I'm saying. We haven't recorded in basically 3 weeks. And like, I feel like the celebrity news past 3 weeks was just rampant. I'm trying to write down stuff right now, like as I think about it. Do you have anything else then, or do you want to jump into?
Let's do what's the haps.
Okay, what's your first one?
The Wayfair conspiracy.
I didn't write that down, but I'm glad you brought that up.
So I saw on Instagram yesterday or the day before, and I saw like I was scrolling through the pictures, and it was like Wayfair has these shelves posted for like $12,000, $10,000. And they're all named something different. And so people were finding missing girls that were like underage, and they had the same name as what the shelf was priced at.
Yes. And not only that, but it's still the Wayfair conspiracy, just not with those shelves. I saw a Twitter one that there was like a pillow that was like $50. The same exact pillow was also on their site for like $10,000, but the name was changed, and the name of that pillow was the name of a missing girl from like New York. And I was just like, bro,
Horrible.
like, yes, it's a conspiracy. I really didn't think it was true until I read that pillow one, and now I'm like, I don't know.
And how can, like, I guess Wayfair came out with a statement and they said that the shelves are like construction level shelves, or like
Industrial
and
grade or
yeah, and
something.
so, but still, a shelf like that is not $12,000, and of course now they're taken off of the site.
Yes, I'm gonna forward you right now the one about the pillow, because it like really got me, because I was like, the shelves, like, maybe, I don't know,
But
like,
still, if like even if it isn't true, like it kind of opens people's eyes to sex trafficking and like the issue that it is.
for sure, because I think a lot of times as like Americans too, or like it's going on in front of us, like, this is such a dumb excuse or like example, but on Grey's Anatomy it's fake, right? But
Yeah.
like, they're in America, in Seattle, and they had a patient that was being sex trafficked. And so it's just like, I think we blind to it or close our eyes that it happens over here, but it's literally right in front of our faces.
Yeah. So
So
I'll post about it here after the podcast so you guys can see what we were looking at.
yes, it's crazy. It's a conspiracy, but I don't know what I believe. um okay, I didn't know, because I know we could talk about this for like hours and hours. Jeffree Star, man, he has been dropped by Morphe, which is, I think he was their biggest money maker.
Him or
So,
James?
right?
Yeah.
So it's like drastic for them to drop him.
And completely cut ties with him. Like, and he even, I saw a video, you know how Tati posted her video, said that she thinks Jeffree has stock in Morphe or is a silent investor in
Oh
Morphe.
yeah.
There was a video of him at a jewelry store, and some guy was like, how did you make all your money? And he said something about like, oh, I'm an investor in this cosmetic, or I'm an investor in this beauty brand, and we just opened 75 locations, we have plans to open whatever. And I was like, oh my gosh.
So that's true, because I was wondering, could
Yeah.
you drop someone that you're an investor in? But what if it doesn't matter? What if it's like, oh my god, I'm just thinking out loud. What if he told them to quote unquote drop his products so that it looked, I don't know. I don't know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. Like, and what if like it doesn't matter if like he can sell out on his Shopify and beauty whatever,
Yeah.
beauty
And
counter.
his normal website too.
Yeah, and he can still be an investor in Morphe and doesn't have to have any products in their store.
That's crazy, because you know how we talked about like Stassi and Kristen a while ago, and you said like, you don't feel bad for them, but you have anxiety for them because of like them losing their houses, them losing their income. I wasn't feeling bad for Jeffree, but I was having that anxiety for someone
Yes.
else, which I shouldn't have, because I was like, he just bought that house, he just bought all that. But it's actually making sense that this is probably a blip. If he is in Morphe stock and, a owner or something, this is just a blip.
Like he has so much more diversified assets than just his stuff in Morphe stores.
Yeah. And so I didn't read the Morphe article. What did it state? Just they dropped it because of everything that's been lately?
Because other YouTubers came out and there was backlash against him with his racist comments and how he treated people for so long.
Yeah.
And so they just decided to cut all ties with him.
Yeah. So I'm like, I'm just feeling like I shouldn't support him anymore.
I know. I really want to hear what he has to say, but I think he's not going to put out a statement at all and wait for everything to die down and then like just continue on.
I think so too. I'm glad I already bought the cremated palette because it is really pretty.
I used it all weekend.
So pretty. So I'm glad we got our goods already, but I just can't,
I know. Same.
Same with Shane, which I hate to say, but
I watched a YouTube video about Shane, like, like the tea sites, like,
yeah.
and most of the stuff we knew already, but I guess when Shane went live, when Tati just released her YouTube video, he was saying she was a liar, manipulative, she's fake crying, and you can hear Ryland in the background. At the very end, he says, get off live now. And then he's like, she's such a liar. And then he like sits there for a second and then like X's.
It's
So
not good to react right away, right? Like on
no.
anything.
No, not a good look.
Bad. Okay, that was my story, Jeffree Star, of course.
So Ghislaine Maxwell is in police custody and is threatening to release all of these celebrities who are pedophiles.
Do it. Do it. Do it, girl. Don't threaten. Do it. Like,
so I think is she waiting to see if they will help her get out of jail?
I think to cut a deal, which I obviously want her to like suffer, rot in prison or whatever. But if she cuts a deal, so then we actually find out about all these other ones, I'm good with that. I want more than just justice from her. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And we have almost finished the documentary on Netflix, Filthy Rich, Jeffrey Epstein.
Mm-hmm.
And it's only 3 episodes, right?
I think it's 4.
Okay, we're almost to the end of 3, and then we'll have to watch 4.
Yeah.
But you like even the first account of him doing that stuff to those girls from New York in the 90s, she was there.
Yeah, like if you listen to the documentary, if you listen to the podcast documentary that I listened to like a couple years ago that Wondery did, which they're the podcast network that does like a lot of the documentary ones and stuff. It talks about how Ghislaine's dad actually found out that he was like a sex trafficker type of person, and then he died. So my conspiracy or my thoughts are like, she literally just grew up thinking that was like okay.
Wow.
Yeah, you'll have to, I don't want to tell you to listen to it because it actually is pretty redundant. Like the documentary on Netflix does almost exactly what the podcast one does, but it just had small little nuggets like that the Netflix one didn't do.
Crazy. It
is crazy. I did read the conspiracy theorists are afraid. We should just call this episode like conspiracy something. Yeah. Conspiracy theorists are saying like, oh, next week she's gonna have COVID and die. Like,
yes,
so I don't know.
We'll keep following.
Yes, for sure. Okay, have you heard or watched the Will Smith and the Jada Smith drama, or do you know what I'm talking
about? Just like they went on Red Table Talk and talked about their marriage.
Yes. Okay. So I was on, Twitter, always on Twitter, and people were saying there was a lot of jokes with the word August in it, but I didn't realize that was someone's name. And they were saying like Jada's talking about August on the Red Table, and I'm like, what happened in August? Like, what is going on? Well, I didn't watch the Red Table interview because she tweeted and said, I'm bringing myself to the Red Table. So I was like, oh, interesting. So I didn't watch the episode, but I read a BuzzFeed article that like, Spark Notes it for me. And basically 4.5 years ago, her and Will Smith separated. Like, okay. Nobody really knew, like maybe just their children or something. They separated. And while they were separated, she started a relationship with a guy named August. And he's a recording artist, but I haven't heard of him ever. And he recently, like last week or a couple weeks ago, went on a radio show and said like he loved her and really wanted to make it work. Like he kind of outed the relationship. So yeah, so then Jada and Will went to the Red Table to talk about their relationship because like everyone wants to know like, what are you talking about? Like you cheated on Will, blah, blah, blah. And I guess from my understanding is Will really didn't know about the relationship, but they were separated. So like he doesn't think she cheated on him or anything like that. But everyone is also making fun of her because she said like when she was talking to Will Smith, she was like talking about the relationship with August. And she said, and then I got in an entanglement. And he was like, an entanglement, just say relationship. And she was like, okay, relationship. So now everyone on Twitter is like, all of my past relationships were just entanglements. like Like people are calling it entanglements now, but the end of the video is like Will and Jada are still married. They're in like a way better place now. Like they still love each other and everything's fine. But that is what happened like 4.5 years ago.
Wow.
I know. And it makes me sad. Like, okay, it makes me not happy, but it's like, wow, everybody really does go through it. But then it makes me sad because we look up to them. I look up to them so much, like Hollywood does, right? Like there's even songs that are like that Jada and Will love. Like everybody looks up to them.
I know. But they're so real. Like they came out and talked about it.
Exactly.
And they just opened up their lives to us. And did you know, I think I knew this, but I didn't realize it when all that stuff happened with Shane Dawson and like the tweets from Will or about Willow and stuff. So Willow's name is like Will, and then Jaden's name is Jada, pretty much.
Yeah.
Crazy. I feel like I knew that, but like I was just like, oh
yeah,
man.
like you hear it, but you don't put it together.
Yeah.
And then he has an older son from a very like his first marriage a long time ago, but I don't know their name, but I don't think it's like a play on words.
It's just like crazy. How did they figure that out?
Yes, and on Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, his first wife was on there with Garcelle. Garcelle was at like a brunch with all of her
Really?
friends. Yeah, and she said, I dated Will back in the day, and then it like panned over to her friend and it was like Will's ex-wife.
Amazing.
Yeah, so that was weird, full circle.
Garcelle's so cute. Love her.
Fabulous.
So Cassie and Colton are pretty much feuding on Instagram, and she said that he told her he was going to monetize their breakup, and she was like, I'm not going to start a petty social media war. But in my opinion, I think both of them should just like give it up.
I think by her trying to put him on blast for monetizing it, it just made her look like she was trying to monetize it.
Yeah. But did you watch Chris Harrison's interview with her?
No, what happened? So it was like an interview that they did after this, right?
Yeah, so they had the GOAT on, I don't know, they just had Cassie on one of the GOAT episodes, which I didn't watch, but she told them before she went on there she didn't want to talk about her and Colton's relationship. And she said she talked about so much more than what they edited out. And Chris Harrison was like kind of like asking her like, well, how do you feel now? Like, was it because Colton got COVID-19? And like, and she was like, well, no, that's not the reason, and I'm not going to talk about the reason. But they just like made Cassie seem like the villain a little bit because they edited it.
Oh, for sure. And so maybe she really didn't want to talk about it, but then because Colton said something, she felt like she had to, so then it made her look bad.
Yeah. It was just like both of them just need to quit.
Yeah. And also the part of me like kind of sees it because Colton didn't even have a job when he went on The Bachelor. He was just or Bachelorette. He had like just got not kicked out of the NFL, but you know what I mean? Like he wasn't.
He had a cystic fibrosis charity.
Yeah.
And had just broken up with Allie Raisman.
Yeah. So I'm kind of like, he probably did need money or like wants more money or something because he didn't even have a job.
Yeah.
So that's tea though. I knew they weren't going to last. Everybody knew the whole show.
Yeah. She left him.
He literally chased after someone who didn't want him. Like at least chase after someone who wanted you. I don't know.
Yep.
Okay. I want to talk about Zac Efron's new show.
Okay.
I don't know if that's a What's the Haps, but have you heard it? That's the Haps, I guess.
Is it a documentary?
Yeah, so it's on Netflix. I don't know why I didn't write down the name, but basically it's a show about he's traveling all across the world and like it seems like he's figuring out, it's called Down to Earth on Netflix. Let me just read what it says actually. But he looks so fine. Did you see what I sent you?
Yeah, he's everything of the sort.
He looks so, like, I hate this word, but so daddy. Like, he looked good. Okay, it says, actor Zac Efron journeys around the world with wellness expert Darren Olean, it's almost my name, in a travel show that explores healthy, sustainable ways to live. It looks really
environmental king.
Yes, it looks really good and I want to watch it. But one thing I wanted to say too, Did you hear that? That was my back door opening. Sorry. Connor must have come in. One thing I wanted to say was he's like flying around on airplanes and stuff though, like to get to these places to talk about sustainability.
Is it a multi-part documentary or just what, like one part?
Yeah, multiple episodes.
Amazing.
Yeah, so I'll have to watch it and see how it is. I love him. Troy Bolton, like he's literally been my crush since High School Musical came out. So I'm definitely going to watch it. I probably should have put that in the category of what we need to watch, but whatever. That's a what's the haps.
Okay. And I wanted to just recap the TikTok drama for anybody who needs a little bit of a help understanding. I'm not an expert by any means, but I really did a lot of research.
Okay.
So there's Sway House and there's Hype House. Charlie D'Amelio and Addison Rae and Dixie really aren't in either house. They're just friends with the houses.
And they're like young, right? Like they live at home.
Yeah, like Addison's older than Charlie. Addison's like 18 or 19. Dixie put out a new song, which is a bop, by the way. And then Charlie is like 16. So Charlie was dating Lil Huddy, but his name is also Chase. So if you hear his name referred to as Chase, that's Lil Huddy.
That's confusing.
Yeah. So they dated, but I guess they were on a break, or they're just like in between like a relationship. He went and kissed another girl and then came to Charlie's house afterwards. So Charlie put him on blast because he was like, the only person that I need to apologize to is Charlie because we weren't together, but I know that I hurt you by kissing this other girl. And she said, well, you shouldn't have come to my house after you kissed her.
Yeah.
So that's the drama. Like everybody
but there's like another side of it too, right? Because you sent me like a chart that I was trying to follow.
Yeah, like Sway and Hype House are just all like always at each other's throats, kind of.
So what's better, Sway House or Hype House?
I don't really stand either.
Yeah, they're a little young. Like let's watch some other TikTokers. Oh, shout out to my Orange Theory coach. His name is Caleb. So cute. I have the biggest crush on him. Connor knows. he's like engaged. He's about to get married. But he goes by Coach Wheezy Wheeze, which like a little cringe, but whatever. Anyways, he's on TikTok and he does like a lot of Black Lives Matter stuff, but he also does some funny stuff. So I'll have to send you some, but I don't even have TikTok, but I've been watching it.
So cute.
I know. I'll have to send you some of his stuff, but anyways.
So I have some things that I'm loving. Do you?
I didn't write anything that I'm loving, but I love to talk about what I love. My new Coach purse. Okay, go on.
So are you gonna like start carrying a purse now?
So what happens is it like during the summer, I'm usually wearing like dresses or shorts or something. So during the summer, I carry like a little side bag that I got from Walmart literally like 10 years ago. It was $13 and I just put my keys and my phone in there.
Yeah.
Because during the winter, I have like jackets or hoodies or pants and I just put them in my pockets. And so I was wearing that little shitty purse and I went with my friend to the outlet mall and he was like, I want to go into Coach. And I was like, okay, that sounds good. And we go in there and everything was 60 to 70% off.
So good.
And that banana purse, I was just so like, I beelined to it. And they had a light blue one with oranges too, which was so cute. It was hard to decide. And both of them were the last one.
Amazing.
So I bought the banana and it was originally $228, but I got it for $92.
So cute. A clearance queen.
Yeah, and I don't ever wear, you know me, I literally don't own anything designer. So this is like a big step.
Things are happening.
I know it is all happening.
So I started following this girl on Instagram. She's from Calgary. Her name is Go Clean Co. And our friend Yvonne like posts about her. And so I started following her and she is amazing and like teaches you how to clean everything in your house, stuff you didn't even think about that you had to clean. The other day she posted a story about cleaning her vacuum. and like how you clean your filter and like rinsing out everything and disinfecting it. And I was like thinking, I don't even think about that.
Ever.
It's amazing. And her, like, she did a filter from her dishwasher.
I
So
need to
I
do
did
that.
that. Amazing. So go follow her, Go Clean Co on Instagram. And she has like an Amazon store and it's amazing.
I have one question. So have you seen so I agree with like, oh my God, I need to clean up my vacuum. Never literally done that. Dishwasher, I know I need to do that. But she does this one thing where she like strips her clothes. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I haven't tried that yet.
Okay, it's where you like put it in the bath. For everyone listening, if you don't know what it is, you like basically take clothes that you just took out of the washer and dryer, or maybe just the washer, put it in your bathtub, and you buy all these things that she says, not like expensive things, but a couple of things. And then you soak it for like 8 hours and you spin it around and stuff. And then at the end of the 8 hours, the clear water is like brown, and it's like stripping your clothes from like detergents and stuff like that. And in theory, I'm like, this is a great idea. But then the lazy part of me is like, isn't clean? Like, do I need to do this?
Yeah, I think it's because there's like so much that just goes into your clothes, like that you don't think about. And I would like to do it with my towels and see. But she
Towels,
said
yeah.
if you have a top load washer, you can do it in your washing machine. So you don't have to move it from your tub to your washer after.
That's amazing because I have a top load
Yeah, so
washer.
you can just like fill it up and put all the stuff in there and leave your clothes in there and kind of like spin it around and leave it in there. So then you don't have to do it in your bathtub.
Okay, I'm gonna do it then because that sounds way better. Because I'm like, my bathtub and my washer aren't even close to each other.
Yeah, that would be miserable. She
Yeah,
said she just does it in her tub to show you the difference of the color.
gotcha. Okay. Cool. I need to follow her. I've heard of her, but I just haven't followed her.
Yeah, it's amazing. And she posts stuff every day, just like makes you think about like, oh, I need to clean my baseboards. Oh, I need to clean my bathtub. Oh, I need to do this to this.
Mm-hmm.
So good.
I need a cleaning lady though, for real.
You can be your own.
Check, please. No thanks. I'm just kidding.
I wanted to ask you about the Real Housewives of Potomac because you've been watching that.
Yes, so I'm still loving it. I'm on season 3. The big drama that is happening right now is Monique just got in the car wreck. It wasn't even like a car wreck, but yeah, a car wreck where she like flattened her tire and got a dent. And people, I kind of see why she's upset because people are implying that she drank and drive, which by definition she did, but do I think she couldn't drive? Probably not.
Yeah.
So I don't know whose side I'm on. Literally the episode that just ended was when she was gonna choke Robin with the umbrella.
Yes, and they were on the street.
Yes, and Robin, I love Robin. Like, get out of her life. Like, the Juan story is overplayed. Everyone just leave her alone, let her live her life. But Robin, like, Giselle said it in an interview. She said, I don't know why. She said, like, Noodle Arms over here is trying to fight Money Mayweather Robin. Like, and that is right. I feel like Robin could take anyone.
Yeah, she's really fabulous.
Yes. So that's where I'm at right now. And then you told me the next season. So I'm on episode like 8 or 9. So I'm almost done with it actually. And you told me next season is when the drama happens with Michael and he grabs a producer's butt.
Yeah, or a cameraman.
Or
Or
a
like
cameraman.
somebody from the production crew, and all you hear is audio of it. They don't show video of it, which I'm sure they have.
Yeah.
They only play the audio of it.
What is the audio? I know I'm about to see it, but
It pretty much is just like him saying, "Hey, don't do that," and then Michael's like laughing and giggling and does it again, and he's like, "No, stop." It's
oh wow.
nuts.
Yeah, and I don't like Michael. Like I don't know. I just don't like him.
Same.
But yeah, that's where I'm at. I am loving it. I was thinking after I finish this, I should start another series from the beginning. And so I was thinking maybe like New Jersey or something.
So good.
Yeah, because I don't want to start Beverly Hills or New York or Atlanta because I'm watching now. So I want to start one that I haven't, or maybe Dallas. I don't know.
Dallas is pretty good just because like we have been to Dallas multiple times and like kind of like the way people are in Dallas. But I would maybe start New Jersey like when the drama starts happening not all the way to the beginning because like they can like catch you up pretty good.
Yeah.
But from when Teresa and Joe start getting in legal trouble.
Do you know
Because
what season that is?
we can find out. It
Okay.
starts documenting like people talking about how he is going to court or he's being like investigated, and then it goes through all the way like to him going to jail and Teresa going to jail.
God, okay, maybe I should watch it. But that's what I was thinking next. But I have a lot of shows I wanted to start, and I haven't even started the ones I told you I was going to start. Like, never started Hollywood. Like, I just am slacking on the show. I'm not slacking because I'm watching stuff, but
yeah, so crazy.
There's only so much time in the day.
I know.
Okay. Anything else, or do we want to jump into like the challenge?
Yes, let's do the challenge.
Okay, so we'll just talk about the episode you watched last week's.
Yep.
The hall brawl episode.
Yes.
Loved the episode because I love a hall brawl. Also, I hate Dee, so Jenny absolutely annihilating her brought me joy.
Mm-hmm.
I did remember though, someone said, remember last season Tori beat Jenny in a hall brawl? And I said, oh my gosh, yes. And even though I love Tori, I don't think she's stronger than Jenny. But I remember Jenny saying she was like, Jenny's nice and she never had done a hall brawl before. So whenever they would start each round, she wouldn't like plow through Tori. She was like scared. And so I think it actually helped her in beating Dee because she was like, okay, I know how to do this now.
Yep. And I noticed like even when Nelson was doing it, if you can get on the side, like pull them onto the side closer to your bell, then you're going to have a better chance of winning even if they're stronger than you. Because if you're closer, you can run faster to your bell if you're on more of your side.
Yes. And I am not a Nelson stan, like at all. Like every season, like even on his Are You the One season, like he's always had anger issues. He's always just said inappropriate stuff. But the way he talked about Corey and wanting, my heart, bro, my heart. And then for him to lose, it was even more heartbreaking, especially because I don't even like Rogan.
Yeah. And Nelson could have won if he would have just like put his head to it, you know, if he would have listened to people, but it's hard when you're down there.
Yeah. And him falling, like he was going and then he fell and then he got up and he fell and I was like crying, like, no, please. But I had a challenge thought like last night or something, and I was thinking Johnny Bananas said this is the first final I've been to in the last 6 seasons I've been on, because like he's been taken out early or things like that. And I was kind of thinking about it, and he hasn't really done anything like this season either besides his elimination with Wes, you know?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like normally I feel like he's doing more, but I just feel like this season he's just like chilling.
And maybe because there's like so many new people and so much new drama, like he's kind of taken a back burner a little bit and not playing the game as much, or doesn't have to.
Yeah.
But I think the challenge or the final is starting next week.
Yeah, for sure. Because he said that you're all going, pack your bags or whatever.
Exciting.
I did see a rumor, and I don't remember if I said it on this podcast before, but the rumor is that this is Johnny's last season, and he's actually gonna start like working for MTV, like on the challenge or something.
Ooh.
Yeah, a rumor, but I mean, it is his time, bro. Like, you've been on there too much.
He's probably like, my body's done for. I can't do this anymore.
He's got to be in his 40s, right? I'm about to.
Yeah, let's see.
You Googling it?
Johnny Bananas.
Age.
38.
Oh, I was going to say 36. Okay, so he's like almost 40. Like, how can your body even take that anymore?
For so long.
Yeah, he probably does steroids. I'm just making up lies all over this episode. He probably does steroids. Conspiracy, another conspiracy.
Yes.
Anything else about the challenge?
I just can't wait. Like, I really want Fessy to do well. I want Corey to do well. I mean, even like Bailey made it. So I don't think she's going to last very long, but maybe.
Yeah, and I'm so dumb because obviously Fessy's real name is Fessel, right? And obviously I followed him on Big Brother, but why did I not connect the dots that he was Muslim?
I don't know, because like if you see his family, you can tell.
Really? I don't know if I've ever seen a picture of them. Maybe I don't follow him. Is that why? I need to go
Yeah,
look.
it's Fessy Fitness on Instagram.
I'll go follow him. But I just loved when he was talking to, like, I think it was Nelson or Corey about it. And he was just like, listen, this is the first time like someone who's Muslim is on here and like all this stuff. And I was like, I love you. Oh, I
Well,
do. I see his family.
yeah. Cuties.
Aw. Jordan. Okay, I clicked on a picture of his family. They're all wearing masks, but they're in their like traditional wear. And I looked down and Jordan commented on it. DM me your address and I'll send reusable masks for the fam.
Oh,
I'm gonna like that.
so cute.
Yeah.
So quick, like Big Brother, I saw on some of our Facebook groups, production is like started on Big Brother. Like the trailers are outside of the stage that they film Big Brother on. So I think it's coming at the end of this month.
I'm lit for Big Brother. I was dreaming about it the other day. You know that competition that you saw where they have to hide the disc and then like everybody
Yes.
has to go find it and they trash the house? For some reason I was just laying down thinking about that, like, where would I hide it?
Heck yeah. Yeah, I can't wait for Big Brother either.
Me either. I need another like reality like fun show, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Beverly Hills and New York are back. We've had one episode of Beverly Hills, 2 episodes of New York. And I texted you because it's making sense to me now. Because I, an uneducated showgirl, I guess, thought that shows were always like edited and ready to go like months before even the first air date. I was wrong.
I didn't know
I get,
either.
yeah, like I just assumed they were, but we kind of find out the reason that they halted an episode each week is because it seems like they edit the show to show clips that they like, clips that they want, and then once they have their edited show, they interview the girls or the cast members, and then they use part of those confessionals for the edited show. So we got a lot of Zoom confessionals. What did you think?
Some were good, like the audio was good on Leah's. Sonia's wasn't bad. She looked really beautiful. And then like Luann's, her audio was horrible.
It
And
was
so it
weird.
was just like not a premium experience going from like production crew quality and then her at home.
Yeah, I agree. And on Beverly Hills, not a lot of them. Denise had a Zoom one because Aaron was on there.
Yeah.
Um, Kyle had one, but not everyone had them. Like Erica Jane didn't have any, right?
And maybe they got like maybe they got some of the girls done.
Yeah.
That's probably what happened. Like they like brought in and then like March 16th happened and they're like, all right, never mind.
Excuse us, we're done. Yes. So Beverly Hills was like the aftermath of Denise leaving the barbecue. I
Yes.
do not like Aaron. Do not like him.
Steak in a strip club. That's what I wrote down.
They are obsessed with steak and strip clubs. That's not the first time I've heard them say it.
They're just really odd. And I think Aaron should have not said anything because it's not your place at all to say anything when all the girls are talking. And he just took it too far.
Yes, and I love boss ass bitch Erica Jane. She did not care that Denise was in the bathroom. She was confronting him like, you were mansplaining to us, like all this stuff. And she's just a queen.
I heard on a Bravo interview that she did, she said that she timed it perfectly because she didn't want Denise there because she wanted to just address him.
Yeah, because also Denise, like we saw at the barbecue, like tells him like, stop talking, don't do this, don't do that, you know? And so like, no, if he's going to pick a fight, he needs to finish a fight.
Yep. And the drama's coming next week because Kyle has a party, or is it Kyle's house? And she invites like Brandy, and then all the drama is about to happen.
Yes. So I'm excited that we're actually going to see it because I was getting kind of worried like all this random stuff has happened that maybe they cut it out completely, but it seems like it might still be happening. I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. One random thing I wanted to point out was Lisa Rinna, who I love her, went to Sutton's boutique, tries on like a couture, I'm sure, thousands and thousands of dollar dress, and Sutton lets her go out in the street in it.
I saw that. I was like, "Jeez, that's getting so dirty on the like on the sidewalk."
Yeah, my heart was like, I mean, I don't have money, but my heart was like, yeah. So that's what I wrote down about that. Okay.
New York. I just wanted to note that we posted about Sonia Morgan on the Showgirls Instagram, and she liked it.
Yes, I loved that. She's such a mess, though.
Such a mess. What did you think about Bluestone Manor? I know you've never seen it before.
Dorinda's house.
Yeah.
I liked it. I didn't know. So a lot of people in New York don't have houses, right? Because it's like expensive. They usually just have high rises, blah, blah, blah. But she had an actual house.
Yeah, she's had that for a long time with her ex-husband that passed away. And so that's why she said like that they just put all of his stuff in the basement. Yeah. And then it flooded. So now she actually had to start going through all of it. So she's had that for a long time.
Well, I thought because she was staying, it flooded. So that's why she was in an apartment. Or does she have an apartment and a house?
Both. Like that's like in the Hamptons or like in like the, you know, they like go the weekend to their weekend house.
Gotcha. That's why they were all staying there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I thought it was more like in the city too.
No, it's a vacation house.
Gotcha. Yeah, I thought it was gorgeous. Gorgeous. I loved all the rooms. I texted you about Dorinda because I love her. I think she's like Erica Jane in the sense where she's like, I'm not taking shit from anyone, but sometimes I feel like she beats a dead horse.
Yeah, she just needs to let go.
Yeah, like she was so upset about Ramona saying you're drunk. Like that was not a big deal. And so like I love Dorinda, probably one of my favorites, but I just hate how she kept bringing that up. And like, I don't like Ramona. I think she's literally ridiculous, but it was making me cringe like that they kept bringing it up to her.
Yeah, I called it the "Are you drunk?" speech.
I was shook when Dorinda gave a speech in front of everyone about her. I was like,
do you think those goats on the table were real?
Oh my God, no, I hope not.
I was like kind of thinking they may have been real.
They looked real, but I didn't even think about it being real.
Like I know I have a deer behind me, but like they probably did that with a goat head and then just like made it look like the back of it was.
Okay, yeah, you're probably right. But also I love how Ramona too, like she just so cares about what everyone thinks about her. Like so much. Like for example, she bought her and Sonia the same Halloween costume and it was supposed to be like voodoo. Sonia actually like dressed voodoo crazy, like she doesn't care. Like even Leah had stuff on her face, and then like Ramona like wears the pretty dress with only like a jewel. Like she just
that wasn't even voodoo. Like
yes, she just cares so much about what people think about her, and it drives me crazy.
Me too. I'm gonna start an Instagram called Ramona's Second Party. Yeah. Or Ramona's Double Booked.
And what do we do? Just post about every time she goes to a different party?
She's like, gotta go to my friend's house.
Yes. Oh, and I wish I had it all. I wish I remembered it right now. But her new tagline is like, oh my God. It's like, of course I'm you know what I'm trying to say?
Who else am I supposed to be obsessed with? Or who else am I supposed to care about?
Yeah. And I'm like, girl, you do care about everybody else. I was like the worst tagline for you. I don't know.
Oh, so nuts.
Okay, what else? I wrote 90 Day and RuPaul, of course. Or did you have anything else about New York?
Nope, that's it. Let's do RuPaul because I just watched that.
I was going to ask if you were able to watch it.
Yep. I really always like this challenge because it gives me like a good sense of like how creative the queens are, and they have to actually make their own outfit. And I'm really starting to like Jujubee more just because like I know about like her and how she's sober and like trying to like better herself and like still so funny.
Yes, and I didn't know, so I've known her from past seasons. I didn't watch her original season, but I watched her on the other All-Star season, and I remember her talking about her boyfriend, so I had no idea that she broke up with her boyfriend of 12 years. I had no idea. Like, I can't even imagine 12 years.
Crazy.
And so I was just like, oh my God, I love her so much. Also, our girl, Phoebe Rexa.
A queen with her Louis Vuitton outfit.
Dude, how is her skin and her hair? Like everyone on there is like flawless, but she is like the most flawless. Like even all of her hair cut perfectly.
I love her so much.
Me too.
Hi, Chester.
No, she just wanted to let you guys know that she's here. I felt really bad. So who ended up going home?
Alexis Mateo.
Alexis Mateo went home, but I almost feel like she didn't deserve to go home.
Her dress was really good.
And Blair's dress wasn't.
Mm-mm.
So I almost feel like it should have been Blair instead of Alexis, which I didn't think Alexis would make it to the top anyways. I always thought that definitely the final two would be Shay and Jujubee, but I'm kind of unsure of the others. But now there's only 4, right?
Yeah, I think Miss Cracker has been doing really well and like kind of playing up her comedy. Yeah. And Rue really likes that. So I think Miss Cracker has a shot too.
I think so. So I think it'll be the final 3 will be Shay, Jujubee, Miss Cracker, and then I think Shay will win, honestly.
But she's been so like up and down.
That's true.
We just need a consistent queen.
I agree. Avery, whatever you're doing on my computer, stop. It's messing on my computer. Sorry, everyone. I'm on my Surface in the office, and I think Avery just touched my mouse in the computer room, and it like moused across my screen.
Oh my gosh!
Wow, the Bluetooth is really hitting over here. Sorry, everyone. Yeah. So I think we're down to the final 4 though, and it didn't say anything about a finale. So I guess we have another episode before a finale.
Crazy.
Okay. Did you watch 90 Day the Other Way?
Yes.
The most recent episode, correct me if I'm wrong, is when it's right when Devin's mom and them are actually in the house.
Yes, and Junie says, "No, Grumpy, stop."
You were obsessed with that.
That's what they named the episode.
It was so funny.
Named it that, and I was like, "Wait, what is that?" And then when he said it, I was like, "Oh, thank you."
Yes. So they get to for Jihoon, Junie, and Devin. They get to the house finally, and they go in, and like, I thought it looked fine for South Korea. It was not
horrible. It was 2 bedrooms and like a little baby kitchen. Maybe it's not in the best neighborhood, but like you can figure that out for 4 of you.
Yes, and like Devin, of course, should have been mad at Jihoon because he was supposed to even set up the apartment. But she can't be mad at the way that apartment looks because she picked it out. What she should have done is not went at all if he didn't do it.
Agreed.
Like, why do you think 1 month is going to change the past? I mean, their son is probably 6 months. It takes 9 months for the baby to be born and made. Like, so basically a year and a half. Why do you think he's going to change in a month?
Of lies. Straight lies.
Doesn't have a job that we think. I don't know. Like, where's the proof?
He says he's a delivery driver, but he said he can't make enough to support them.
Yeah, so basically just a mistake for her to even go over there. I don't know. Their storyline, everyone's storyline's a mess, but theirs, I'm just really like, what are you doing?
Seriously. And then Ariella goes to Ethiopia, and that house wasn't horrible either.
Also, you're in Ethiopia. Like, literally, I am uneducated, but I know every time we talk about a third world country, we usually use Ethiopia as an example.
Yeah. Like, he got you, it has a really nice bed. Yeah, there's no bathtub, but like, what do you expect?
Yes. And I felt really bad too, because unlike Jihoon, like, he actually, Binyam, or however you say his name, actually picked this out, actually did what he was supposed to do. And I think he was proud of it.
Yep. And he cut his hair for her, and she was crying about it.
Yes. Like, right when they landed, like, I understand maybe she was just like overwhelmed, a lot going on, blah, blah, blah. But like, he was so happy to see her, so happy that she's there. And she's just like, everything sucks. And I'm like, okay.
Don't say that.
Yeah. Like, literally, you could have went to the US, I guess. I'm wondering what his backstory is. Like, was he denied entrance into the US? I don't know.
Crazy.
Her fault, her mistake. I don't think we saw Jenny and Sami in the.
Yeah, that she asked for divorce papers, and he said, "We'll go to the courthouse, but it's really hard for me to prove that we are."
Was it just that little clip?
Maybe. Like, it wasn't a lot about them.
Yes. Armando and Kenny, we just saw Kenny driving across the whole United States because he's going from Florida to Mexico. His little dog was with him.
So cute. And he's like, "Wake up. We gotta go."
Yes. It was so, why am I going to cry? Literally, it wasn't even sad. I just love their story.
And Armando's like saying goodbye to his mom, and she's crying, his sister's crying, and Hannah's like, "Okay, see you in 7 days." I can't wait to have another dad.
Yes, she said she was excited to have 2 dads. That made me cry. Like, I can't, even if it's not anything that's like wonderful and everything, I'm just crying watching their story, like anytime it comes on, because I just love them so much.
I know. Yay.
Who else is on there? Angela and Michael. Was this when she asked her friend? Oh my gosh, yes.
Her sister.
Oh, it's her sister?
I think it's her sister.
I thought she just said it was like a really good friend or something.
Maybe she just calls her sister.
Yeah, maybe. But I saw a meme because she's wearing a spaghetti strap that's literally like this, like 0.01 inches thick. And she goes into the suit place to buy Michael a suit. And like someone said, that spaghetti strap is me hanging on to 2020 or something. Like, they're literally like about to give up.
Angela, and her hair, she just like is so dead, and it just like she like will take the scrunchie and she just goes and fluffs it up, and I'm like, nah!
You like see all the pieces just flying out. God. You know who we didn't see, but the next episode that airs tomorrow looks good for them is Brittany and Yazin.
I can't wait, because she's like, "I'm not Muslim. I don't know what to do." She's like yelling at his family.
Yeah, and I think his dad speaks English, so like his dad is understanding. I think. I don't know.
Oh, can't wait.
Yeah. So that episode looks good. I don't think there's any other couples, or are we forgetting any? There's a Texas guy. They're not really.
I just fast forward through that.
Literally nothing. You're missing nothing. Like when he's on the screen, I'm like, yeah, whatever, don't care. I've been watching Happily Ever After, but I don't really remember what's been going on there either. It's on tonight.
They went to Moldova. Libby and Andre went to Moldova, and they like his parents are in a really nice house, and his mom makes breakfast, and she was like, "Oh, does she do this every morning?" And he's like, "Yeah, that's what working women do," or whatever. And she was like, "Oh yeah, like you have a job." And I was like,
That's the shots fired. So I don't know if you saw in the Instagram group that we're in, they were having people rank the 4 guys from worst to least worst, and it was Jehoon, Andre, Asuelu, and Paul.
Paul.
Do you want me to tell you what I put? I'll have to go read it to you.
I'm gonna say you put Paul as the worst.
I didn't. Okay, here's my thinking.
Asuelu.
No, I'll tell you. Okay, here's my thinking. I said, okay, so I put the worst first, right? It's got to be Jehoon, Asuelu, Paul, and then Andre. And here's my reasoning. Jehoon has literally done nothing, continually lies, and has a small PP. Asuelu is second. Doesn't help with anything and is misogynistic, but at least he has a shitty job, which is a step up from Jehoon.
Then he's funny.
Yes, hurt my beehole. Third is Paul. He doesn't have a job, of course, but at least he has a car and somehow has unlimited resources.
How? I don't understand.
I don't know. I said, could protect you during the end of the world or a pandemic. LOL. Then I said, Andre is the least worst out of all. I said, he is also misogynistic and for some reason can't find a job and is a moocher. But I have faith that if he got a job, he could actually do well at it. and he helps a little with the baby. Plus, he could kick someone's ass.
Yeah, and he's cute.
Yeah, like out of all of them, he's the cutest. Like the one that I would actually like be interested in, maybe.
Yeah, definitely.
But I don't know. That show just like it should just be called like Trash Men, you know?
Colt. Like Colt picture and then trash.
How do women keep being attracted to him?
I don't know. It's
I
ridiculous.
literally don't know. Okay, any other shows? I thought this was going to be a long episode, so I didn't even look for any advice or games because I thought it was going to be long.
We're about an hour, so
Okay.
that can be it for today.
Yeah, I don't have anything else, I don't think. Sorry that we were gone for a couple weeks, but we are back. Hopefully there'll be some celebrity news this week. I'm sure. I was trying to think if there's anything I was watching right now, but I've just been watching, like I said, Potomac and then a bunch of House Hunters.
We watched The Order on Netflix, and it's a little bit cheesy, but pretty good. If you're wanting like a good show, it's only 2 seasons, and if you want a good show to just watch on Netflix.
Okay, I'll have to remember that because me and Connor, we don't have a show after, I forgot what we finished, but we finished something, and so we don't have a show, so that's why we've just been putting House Hunters on, you know, just like watch a couple episodes before bed.
Awesome. Maybe you guys could watch Below Deck. I think he would like it.
I don't know. He just like doesn't give stuff a chance like that. Like if it's reality, he won't like it, you know.
Below Deck is so good though.
The last season that I started wasn't that good though.
Below Deck Mediterranean there's a female captain, a female chief steward, and a female bosun. So it's like stick it to the man.
Okay, I do like that though. Oh, I did want to bring this up. I watched Athlete A. Have you watched?
Me too.
Okay, did you see my tweet about it?
No.
Okay, my tweet, not to brag, has like 45 favorites. So, but
Amazing.
I said I watched it, and the real reason that he got his sentence and is actually serving time is because there was a woman assistant district attorney, a woman detective, and a woman judge. If those were men, they literally would be like, besides 150 women's testimonies, we don't have any evidence. Like, you know, that's why shit got done and he's in prison.
Yep. He deserved it too. I was cringing the whole time, like how horrible, and all these people knew what was happening for years and years and nobody did anything.
Yes, it was so sad. I recommend it if you guys like documentaries to watch it. It's on Netflix. It's about Larry Nassar, the Olympics, the women's gymnast Olympics doctor, or I guess what would you call him?
Yeah, the team doctor. But
yeah.
He didn't get paid to be the doctor. It was all volunteer.
Yeah, he was just volunteering and then sexually assaulting all of them. And sorry, I know we're at the end of the episode, but he did that to one girl literally when her mother was in the room.
Horrible.
It was so horrible. So honestly, I was trying to Google his family, which I know I shouldn't because I, shouldn't bring attention to like his family, but he has 3 kids and 2 of them are girls. Yeah. So it's just like scary.
So sad.
Yeah.
So sad.
But I recommend the documentary.
And like all of the girls that were on the team, like what's her name?
The Bad Vibe, Simone Biles.
Simone, yeah, she came out and said that happened to her, and I'm sure like Sean Johnson and like
I'm sure it literally happened to anyone who ever was in his care. And the main girl who was called Athlete A, I can't remember her real name, and I'm so sorry about that. But she is now a gymnast for OU here in Oklahoma, and she's won the NCAA championship twice for them.
Maggie Nichols.
Yes, that's what it was. Maggie Nichols.
And do you know who lives in Norman? Who was famous gymnast Norman. Okay.
Probably gonna pop up Maggie.
Nadia Comaneci.
Oh,
the one that was from
she's from not the Ukraine or something like that, but Poland, Sweden, something. It started with an S or something.
Romania.
Oh, I was close when I said Ukraine.
She married Bart Connor, and he has a gym here in Norman, and I think that they are They work at OU with the gymnast
Oh,
there.
cool. I didn't know that.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, and I didn't know that like OU, like we had our own little like gymnast good community here. I literally had no idea. So
Yep, Nadia is thriving in Oklahoma.
good. Yes, I recommend the documentary. I recommend documentaries like that, like even though they obviously are like horrible because you just need to be in the know, you know?
Yeah, be informed.
Yes, but okay. Anything else?
Thank you for thank you all for listening. It was such a good break that we had, but we missed you all so much, and talk to you soon.
Yeah, talk to you next week. Oh wait, I need to stop the